Hello, hello, hello. It's Jet. We're back with another VOD, and today we're looking at Shadowstorm again. Now, it's been a little while since I've VODed Shadowstorm, so I'm particularly excited about this one. I think Shadow has climbed. She's now at 1.1k, and we're on a different hero today. We're on one of my mains, Anna. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Shadow's got. So let's get started, shall we? Should have done this before I hit record. That's okay. Some of the things I primarily want to be seeing is that you are standing in the back, doing damage, and healing your teammates to prevent them from dying.
Use your heads out there. We'll get through this.
Okay, yeah, so right now we're kind of already in a risky position right here. There's a lot of LOS. See, like that guy just wrecked you. I know you did say there's a cheater on the team. That might be him. But I don't think the position that you initially chose was good. You know,
I'm not ready to hang it up.
Instead of being where you were, let's get a nice little bird's eye view here. So you were here. We understand that this is the choke point and that all the enemies are going to be coming through this way. So not only do they have LOS of your tanks right here, but they have LOS of you. So then think about this. Given the option, if you could shoot at an Anna or shoot at an Orisa, which one would you shoot at? If you answered the Anna, you're right. So you as the Anna player need to understand that and position yourself more accordingly. I recommend standing right here or maybe even right here because there's a nice little mini right here that you could use. So you can focus on healing your team, and if anyone gets close, you can do damage. But right here, I mean, you could stand here if you utilize this pillar as cover, but you were standing right here and you were dead meat because you gave them a shot. Even if this is a cheater, if a cheater can't see you, a cheater can't kill you. There you are. So now you're, because you died, you put a lot of pressure on your Mercy, and then your Mercy died. Why didn't you just shoot your... Why did you waste your nade like that? You could have just shot your Anna, or your Ashe. Okay, so... Sleep does not go through bubbles. Be cognizant of that. Make sure you're aiming with your mouse and not with WASD. Yeah, so I think that death, this could have been a little more avoidable. So instead of you standing here and trying to shoot, because there was a tank here. I don't remember where, or there's got to be a tank here. And trying to shoot over the cart. Maybe it was Diva. Trying to shoot over the cart. Instead, maybe rotate over here. I'm going to back up even a little bit more. Maybe like, perhaps rotate right here so that you can have good LOS of your team and also you're safe. You have an escape route if need be. All right, let's continue. If I can get my mouse back, that'd be really cool. I don't know why like hitting B gets it to work, but I'll take it. So you blew 2 of your cooldowns. If you had your nade, that would have been nice to have there. Hey, that wasn't a bad sleep. You went for it. You're a little off. You're a little far off to the right, but hey, that was good. Mercy's rezzing us during a lost fight. Man, that Zen was popping. And that wouldn't have been a bad moment to quickscope there. Seems to be a lack of coordination between your movement and your mouse. It's kind of like you only want to do one or the other. Try practicing doing both at the same time.
Heroes never die.
In fact, let's talk about how we can practice that right now, just to build up the coordination. So,
Never stop fighting
what do
for
you do?
what you believe in.
A couple of these training bots right here, and just AD, so A D A D, but also try to keep your cursor center mass. This is going to help build coordination between what your left hand's doing and what your right hand is doing. Also, understand that when I go back and forth, it's going to move my crosshair, so that you have to actually time when you have like a little shift in your wrist or however you're aiming to be able to compensate for the Anna's movement. Okay, so I think that's going to help you build some coordination there, because it's kind of looking like you're either moving with your right hand or you're just moving. It's kind of what I was seeing. Anyway, let's get back to the VOD.
Welcome.
Okay, we were around here-ish, I think.
I need healing.
Yeah, so this is the first thing I was talking about. You saw that you were getting shot, and instead of retreating to cover to a safer location, you just took the shot. You just took the damage. And your Reaper actually, like, if you lived there, you guys would have won that fight, because your DPS killed too. All right, so we've already watched all this.
Walk it off.
Again, you could have just held left
Get
click.
back in the fight.
Nade is one of the best abilities in the game. I think the idea for slicking this monkey there was good. I'm not sure if you had like the game knowledge or the awareness that monkeys tend to place bubble when
Thank you, Angela.
when they jump in. All right, and you guys are just scrambling now. Your Reaper's good. He's doing things.
Heroes never die.
Man, they still haven't fully capped yet?
The pain.
Where did your nade go? Why didn't you have nade?
The pain.
Oh, you used... Okay. You threw it at him. So let's talk about ability uses real quick. So with nade, the primary thing you do with it is to anti-heal the enemy team. Okay. So you did anti-heal the monkey, but he was in primal and he has 1,000 HP. Another thing you can do with it is you can heal yourself. That is the only way that Anna can heal herself, aside with getting a health pack. So, and this ability is incredibly powerful. Anna's kit is just incredibly powerful. Now, I did give you advice about a year ago saying, I want you to start using your cooldowns just off cooldown, essentially, just so that you can get used to them, because you weren't using them at all. Well, now you're using them. Now we need to put a little more thought and effort into how we're using them. So these are just a couple examples of primary usage of Anna's nade. Another is to heal boost, heal your team. So if you have a Ryan that's getting a lot of pressure, or if you have like an Ashe or something that is about to die, you can throw your at and you'll get a little bit extra healing boost in addition to the 100 that the nade will give them. So some ways to determine whether or not you're using your sleep or your nade well is to VOD yourself and solely look at, and we'll probably do this for the rest of the VOD, VOD yourself and solely look at when you're using nade and when you're using sleep. Ask yourself, why did I do this? Wait, was this good? What value did this bring me? And should I repeat this in the future? In the future. And just look at that the entire time. Just your cooldown usage. So I think we're going to talk about that for now. I do want to your positioning could use attention as well, and you could do the same thing with botting with your positioning. But let's continue.
This is much better than a cabana on the beach.
They still haven't capped first. Wow. Okay, finally they did it.
Hello.
And Moira's gonna be problems. It's gonna be a problem. Okay.
You're not getting
Back in the spawn room.
that.
Okay. So we have Nano here. I wonder what you're gonna do with it. That Zen is free. I agree. Shoot him. Wish your ass shot him a little bit more.
Going to be okay.
Well, now watch out for that Widow up there.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
I do want you to look into quick scoping. It could really help you. There's a lot of shots that, nice, Ryan. There's a lot of shots that you could be hitting utilizing the quick scope. Because as you know, as you likely know, Anna's unscoped is a projectile and Anna's scoped is a hit scan. The difference between the two is projectile have a travel time where hit scan is instantaneous. So Zen, for example, this is a sleep moment. Excellent, excellent. I wish you were reacted a little bit faster. You were transfixed on the Zen, but that was an excellent sleep. Very nice job.
Thank you. You're powered up.
Good.
Get in there.
I was just thinking, this is probably not a bad moment to... Good, good.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
So, nice sleep. There's tricks you can do to really enhance what happens when you sleep somebody. So let's see. Let's keep an eye on the 511. So back to the training range. There used to be like really cool combos. You could like one hit combos that you could do. Well, I wouldn't say one hit. Basically instant death combos that you can do. So we sleep somebody. So one thing to understand with Anna, when she hits somebody, you hear like when he hits someone, you hear this. So Anna does, I think it's 70 damage, but it's over. There's like 3 instances of it. So we can actually use that to our advantage when we sleep somebody. So the combo is going to be, we sleep them, we shoot them, we nade, and then we melee. Okay? So I'm going to wait for my sleep to come back. Shoot Tracer because it's fun. Just a couple more seconds. I also need my nade. So we sleep.
Go to sleep.
We fire, nade, and then melee. And of course, I miss the melee because it's a training bot and they're weird. But that's the general idea. So there's certain Anna techs that I want you to learn. And since we're here, I want you to start learning how to quick scope. What I kind of do is, let me think about this. Yeah, I hold right click slightly. Yeah, I think it's, let me think about this. Yeah. So I hold right click and then I immediately just double click on left click. And then I let go, right click. And that takes advantage of hit scan. So check this out. So if I want to hit this training bot, I kind of have to lead my shot a little bit. And then when he responds, whenever that is. But with hit scan, it's just, I don't have to lead my shot. It's just bam, right there. Here's even another example. I'm going to shoot this guy. We're like, what? 50 meters away? 10, 20, 30. Okay, so 40 meters away. Notice how there's a little bit of time after I click left click to it actually doing damage. That's what a projectile means. But if I scope in, it's going to be instant. Do you see the difference? So that's one of the reasons why we want to use quickscope, but I think it's more important that you understand the difference between projectile and hit scan for the moment. And then again, reminder on the combo. You sleep somebody, and it's gonna be, this is all gonna be one thing. It's gonna be left click, E, and then whatever your melee is. Oh, I should have I'm gonna have to wait for my sleep to come back in. So here we go.
Quiet time. Healing enhanced.
All one team. Look, he's basically dead, right? Now, back in the day, it was like there was a combo that you can do to kill somebody if you slept them. But they took that out, unfortunately. Sad day. All right, back to the VOD. We go to career profile, replay, Hollywood, and we were at 511.
Welcome to ready for battle.
Close enough. Okay.
I've seen worse. You're going to live. Bedtime.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, your people, your teammates got in the way. But yeah, that was a good sleep.
Taking damage.
You had nade. You could have healed yourself. The monkey jumps in. Now that you have nade, throw it at the ground at your feet. You would have lived there. But you shouldn't have been there in the first place. Because positioning wise, we want you to be in the back, out of danger. You're a little too close to your team. You're behind your team, which is you have the idea of where you want to be positioning wise, but you can be back a little bit more playing around cover. You're just standing in main. Standing in the middle of main, not around anything.
I will keep you healed.
Oh, this monkey. Nice. Okay, good. You killed yourself. Now, you don't need to shoot the bubble. You need to be looking at your team.
I'll keep you healed. 60 seconds.
Is Zen's behind you? Don't worry about him. Go focus on your team.
I've seen worse. You're going to live.
It's just an interesting turn of events here. Dang, unfortunately you missed those shots. You could have killed him. Yeah, I was about to say, don't delay the inevitable. They caught the point. You need to reset with your team. Okay, bringing out the Moira. Nice. Are we? Okay.
Never stop fighting
Did you...
for what you believe in.
Did you just give up your ult charge? Oh man, you gave up a nano. That's unfortunate.
Science will reveal the truth.
You saw that you're 88, right? 87, right? 88. And then you swapped off. You swapped for the Moira, and then you swapped back.
Science will reveal the truth.
Just saying.
This is not your time.
Now if they're that far away, yeah, there you go. Scope in. Tracer on you. Nice shot. Like you can aim for sure. And make sure you're paying attention like where your team is so that you can position yourself. Oh, you just ate that. So you can position yourself so that you can heal them. So with positioning, let's talk about this. You love to just stand here out in the open. So if you get challenged, which you get challenged a lot, where are you going to go to where's safety? So safety's over here with your team, but I'd like to see you playing around natural cover a lot more. That's really going to help you in your games. So you can perfectly, so you can easily stand here, play around cover, and be able to see your team. Or you can stand by the RV or the trailer and still be able to see your team. But standing in the middle of main, you're just asking for trouble. Because you have nothing to protect you except your other teammates. And this is bronze, so who knows how much really it's comp. Like if you're playing with strangers, you can't really rely on them. What you can rely on is the natural cover. It's always going to be there. So that's something I want you to think about. And then if you're standing a little bit more back, you can position yourself so that you can have a better LOS if you need to. Like you had a diva right here that was requesting healing, but you're standing here and you don't really have a good LOS. These are the types of things that you need to be thinking about with your positioning. So with positioning, there's generally two rules. Okay? There is, am I safe? And can I do my job? Okay? So if the answer is no to any of these questions, what do? The answer is move. Move to somewhere where the answer is yes to both of them. To both. Okay? All right, let's continue. And I know my trick. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it did. Cool.
All systems check.
في الامتحان يكرم المرء أو يهان.
I need healing.
60 seconds.
Heroes never die.
Nice. You deserve that. I'm sure you were so happy you got to sleep. You went to BM. A lot of times when you sleep somebody, you can take that few seconds to, heal, top off your tanks, maybe do a little bit of damage, reposition if you need to.
30 seconds.
Or reposition if you need to. Just things like that.
Get back.
If you sleep somebody, you don't need to give them your full attention.
This will heal you.
So with this death here, this was again poor positioning. Like, why are we in front of our Reinhardt? Why are you standing on cart? You didn't need to be there.
This will heal you.
Instead, so let's look at this. You had a Zen here, right? So instead of walking up main and going to cart, why not go over here? Let's take a look at it. You have a nice little box right here. You have a nice little box right here. I'm going to clear that out. Nice little box right here, and you can see the fight, and you can do your job. But just walking straight up main like you're a Reinhardt, you're asking for trouble. And if you had your sleep and you had an idea that the Reaper was going to blossom, you could have slept him. All right, let's continue.
Nerf this.
10 seconds.
No dying on my balls and cruiser.
Overtime.
Reaching up.
You know yourself. Okay, next.
Immortality field.
Yeah, they're just walking over you guys. I think that's the cap. Maybe. They did take forever to get first. Okay, your Ryan's dead.
Maintain
Doom's
that
dead.
positive attitude.
2 people are critical on point. Yeah, I think they're gonna get it. Yeah.
Reality bends to my will.
Sick wall.
Round 1.
The enemy, come and face me.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the good first. Definite improvements. So we're using our cooldowns more. Because recall, a year ago, you weren't really using them at all. And you're hitting shots. You're hitting more shots. It's good. So you're definitely improving. Hooray. Now let's go to the next level. Let's talk about positioning. So recall that 2 questions. Am I safe? And can I do my job? If you answer no to either of these questions, what do? If no to either, move. And then your cooldown usage. So understand why you're using your cooldown. And again, I did say I just want you to use it whenever, because you weren't using it all. But now that you're using it, we're going to put more thought into why we're using. Understand why you're using said cooldown. And understand what they do. So other positioning tips with Ana. Positioning tips with Ana. Be in the back. Buy cover. Where you can see your team. Heal them when they are close to death. Else do damage. Shoot the enemy team. Another thing is back to cooldown usage. If you know they have a tracer or a Zen that's constantly on you, save sleep and nade. Because you can still do a lot with just Ana's left and right clicks. And yeah, I know we went over some Ana tech, but I think these are a little more important right now. That you focus on these, your positioning and your cooldown usage. Okay. Let's I think we're just gonna see more examples of with the second half, but let's continue.
Switching sides.
Be sure to stretch.
Ready. 3, 2, 1. Attackers
All right,
incoming.
Baptiste. That's fun too.
Objective A.
The greatest enemy.
Regen burst is activated.
Okay. I think you were hoping that I hope we hear the tracer behind you. But don't look away too long from your front line, because else that happens. Now Tracer's just doing her job. Because she's kind of, as you're 1v1ing each other, their front line is just collapsing on your front line because their back line supporting their front line, but your back line is not supporting your front line. And definitely practice just holding left click and right click down and getting that rhythm. But it's okay to just heal if you need to do that. Forgo doing damage and heal your tank if it's needed. Heal somebody if that's needed.
Heal me.
Yeah, keep an eye on what your tanks are doing. Yeah, Tracer and Zen are both behind you guys. Yeah, your aim's everywhere, dude. That's fine.
It's not over yet.
So there's a move you could be using that Bap has, which is called his Exo Boots, his jump. It gives you vertical height so that you can make it easier for you to land your heal shots on your team. I think your Zarya's a little upset with you. That's okay. Random people on the internet get upset. Okay, this wouldn't be a bad place to window. Ooh. Yeah, you guys are just walking up main and still haven't killed the Zen. You guys can turn on the Zen behind you. Force out trans. It looks like you guys are. That Zen is destroying you guys. It's trolling you guys.
Let them up.
Shoot the Orisa. Shoot the Orisa. Shoot the Orisa. You guys just get held here. There we go, Mercy. Do you guys break through? Oh, you do. Okay. Yep, standing in the goop.
Well done.
Okay, so we get our shield hero. We get a Mercy.
30 seconds remaining.
Good. Your Reinhardt needs help. I like this. Okay, so while those two are in your back line. You guys are capping the point.
My ultimate is charging.
What a funny game. Nice. Okay.
Escort the payload.
Someone help me move this thing.
All right, let's continue from here.
Your support has arrived.
Yeah, it seems like that first point was you guys just trying to figure out what to do and not really knowing what to do against a Zen and a Tracer in your backline. So I think, I don't know, the Zen seems kind of skilled, but the Tracer definitely isn't. So you going Mercy to have a little bit more ability, I think, was the right call. Nice job.
Healing stream engaged.
Now they want Farah. It's unfortunate. So you're paying attention to your front line. As Mercy, you don't need to be looking at who you're beaming all the time. Make sure you're looking around.
Heroes never die.
Gathering information.
Where does it hurt?
Heal. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think Mercy was a good pick here.
60 seconds remaining.
Back in the fight.
See you. I want to see you looking around a lot more. Because Zen is funny. Is the Zen who you think is the cheater? I was thinking it was maybe the Tracer. Yeah, there you go. And your Zen's AFK.
Damage boost engaged.
Form up on the
30
payload.
seconds
Move it out.
remaining.
Pick up
No, you can stay with your Reinhardt. That's fine. But yeah, your DPS are doing stuff on point. Top him off, nice. And yeah, they're not running a Mercy, so the
10 seconds.
you damage boosting the soldier against the Pharah is really going to be a big impact. Yeah, I like this. Just whip out the pistol. Very, very cool. Now get in cover. Risky res, but it worked out. Now get in cover. Get safe. Nice. Good job.
Experience tranquility.
Right on. Okay. And looking around, I think there's people to the right of you, like your diva's doing something. Always be looking around, just gathering information, like who needs your help? Where do you need to go next?
Healing stream engaged.
Into the unknown.
Getting that information is going to be the key into understanding where you're positioning, who needs healed, who needs to be damage boosted. If you don't look around, you're not going to know. And
Justice reigns from above. Heroes never die.
okay. Yeah, cool. I like that res. If you weren't in Valk, I wouldn't have recommended that res, but since you were in Valk and you have the extra mobility, absolutely, go for it.
Pick up the pace. We can do this.
So it is tough to play Mercy like when everyone's going everywhere, so you do have to kind of pick and choose who lives and dies. And you're gone.
Cease your resistance. 10 seconds remaining.
I think that's it. Yeah, you even have a lever.
Immer unterbricht sich jemand bei der Arbeit.
Okay.
Victory.
Cool. So with Mercy, look around all the time. Nice M. So you need information. You're very tunnel vision on whoever you're beaming. So no matter if you have where you hold left click or you just press it and it's just, you know, you're there until I don't remember what the setting's called. You can look around, no problem, because you need information. So who can I GA? Who can I GA to? Guardian Angel. 2, if I'm in trouble. Who needs healing? Who's having who's having a 1v1 where I can pocket them? So these questions are answered with the information that is gained from you looking around. Okay? So, cool. All right, I hope you got something out of this. And for those that are viewing, thank you so much for making it to the end. And I will catch you guys next time.